year. And I thank God for His love. I thank God for His faithfulness. My senior, Mr. Musoni, and I thank God for him and the team that we work together here. They were very supportive, and I'm so grateful. So I'm served in the hospital from 2000, different capacities. I left here in 2021, served as a chaplain for some few months, and now I'm serving in the hospital as a counselor. And I also pastor a local church in Bomet, AIC. So that's who I am. I'm married, and I have 4 children. And more than all those, I thank God because I am a child of God. He saved me when I was a young person, as a youth like you, and I was in high school. And since that time, I've tested the goodness of the Lord, and I can say the Lord is good. I can say the Lord is faithful. I can say the Lord saves and is able to sustain you in your faith as long as you keep on trusting in Him, as long as you keep on looking to Him day by day, walking with Him. So I'm so happy to be home. Just as I said earlier, many of you, some of you may know me. I actually left shortly after this year, 2021, was admitted here. So I guess many of them know me. And then I know there are also some who are coming for the in-service. They also know me. So I'm Alice Ruto, just as you said earlier. And I want to thank God. So I just want us to go into the message of today. And invited to speak on overcoming fear and anxiety as young people. Overcoming fear and anxiety as young people. I'm seeing there are also others here, not really young people as such. I'll try as much as possible to be able to accommodate them too as we look at the fears that we may have as young people. But I thought maybe before we go into overcoming that fear, we need to know what that fear is. And I was looking at the dictionary, and fear is any unpleasant, strong emotion which may be caused by an anticipation or awareness of danger. So that's fear. When you feel afraid, when you feel your life is in danger, you fear. This is something that's going on inward. Other people around you may not even know that you're fearful. So it's going on inward. And what's anxiety? Anxiety can be a feeling of nervousness, worry, uneasiness about something, with like uncertainty of the outcome. You don't know what may come ahead of you, so you're feeling apprehensive. And fear and anxiety, they are normal emotions. They are natural emotions that God creates or created us with. So when we experience fear occasionally, it's very normal. It's very normal. For instance, maybe before an exam, being in school, I know you do a lot of exams. Before an exam, you're anxious. What if I don't do well? What if I didn't prepare well? And so that's a normal fear. But sometimes when it goes into a level where you're so fearful, you're constantly worried that you're not able to function, that it interferes with your daily functioning, then it becomes a disorder. It becomes a disorder. And at that point, you may need treatment when it's a disorder. But just everyday occasional fears are normal. Fear and anxiety may be a signal that there is some danger. May be a signal that there is some danger. It may be a real danger or a perceived danger. It may be there physically, a real danger. But sometimes it's also something that you are imagining, a perceived danger. And when your mind is telling you there is danger, then the body will also prepare to actually protect you. So it actually triggers an adaptive response. So it may be going on in your mind, in your head, and you're fearing, or your mind is telling you there is some danger, and the body will react in order to preserve your life, in order to protect you. And it's like God created us with, in a way, we are wired in a way that immediately you sense that there is fear. The brain will also stimulate chemicals that will respond in a way that we either fight, we either fly away, or we freeze in order to preserve ourselves. And therefore, we cannot say fear and anxiety is bad or good. Just like fire. The way you use fire can either be bad or good. Fire can help us to cook. And fire can also be able to destroy property. We don't use it properly. So, fear can be good when it actually signals us that there is fear, we need to do something. And when you fear and you start preparing for your exams, you're actually responding in an adaptive manner to prepare for that fear. And if it's fear that's preventing you to function, then it's now becoming extreme. If it's fear that as a Christian will prevent you from even obeying God and doing the will of God, then it becomes negative. It becomes bad in that sense. What does the Bible say about fear? I want us to look at Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And then someone can open for us Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. And 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. 2 Timothy 1, 7. So if anyone has found any of those, Isaiah 41, 10, has anyone found it? So in the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10, this is what the word of the Lord says. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That is a command that the Lord is giving us from the Bible. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you. So God is commanding us not to fear. And Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. This is what the word of the Lord says. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? So again here we are told, do not worry. Do not worry about life. Do not be anxious about your life. That's what God is also commanding us in the message in the Mount stage. Jesus says, do not worry about your life. And 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For the Spirit of God, for the Spirit God give us to not make us timid, but He gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Some culture says God does not give us a spirit of fear, but He gives us the spirit of power, love, and self-discipline. But are we able to obey this command? Because God is telling us, do not fear, I am with you. He's telling us, do not worry, do not be anxious. And even in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, do not be anxious about anything but I pray and supplication. Present your request, make your request known to God. So, God is commanding us not to fear. Why is He commanding us not to fear? Fear robs us of peace. Fear will actually prevent us from obeying God. Fear will prevent us from doing what God expects of us. Fear will even break relationships. So God is commanding us to fear. Sometimes these fears are there. And it's not only us alone who fear sometimes. Even people in the Bible, people who trusted in God, they also went through the same situation that we are going through, and they feared. They were very anxious. So what would be the causes of these fears? It's not abnormal. It's normal. That's why sometimes we go through. And people in the Bible went through them. One cause is chemical imbalance in the body. When there is a severe chemical imbalance or a loss to, which is a result of prolonged stress, it creates or it changes the chemicals in the body, and sometimes after some time they start developing anxiety because of an imbalance in the brain. For instance, someone going through childhood negative childhood experiences, child abuse, being tortured when they are young. Sometimes after some time they develop anxiety. And you can also have environmental factors. Environmental factors can be things that happen in the environment that may also be negative. It can cause or it can trigger anxiety in us. For instance, you go through a traumatic experience and you become very anxious, you fear, and you fear even engaging in the situations that you go to. Just to give you an example, sometime in the past, when I was working here, we used to go home with my children when I'm not with them. One time we had a motorbike accident. There was two of my children, and they were so scared. I followed Jesus at that point, and okay, we were not injured. But after that, my daughter was so fearful. He didn't want to. He feared going on a motorbike. And every time I go to the chamber, I would tell him, Mom, don't use a motorbike. Please walk. What was am I telling her? You need to avoid motorbike because it's dangerous. And he would even be like, please, I want to accompany you to ensure don't use a motorbike. To her, it was like he wants to protect me, to accompany me so that he ensures I don't use a motorbike. That is fear. Being anxious because of a traumatic experience that has occurred. That's one way. Or it can also be hereditary. Sometimes it runs in families. If a family member is having a mental illness or having anxiety, sometimes we also run through genes, and we find ourselves also we inherit the same genes. So those are some of the few causes of anxiety. But now, as young people, what are some of the things that may trigger anxiety? Because it may be there, because we've inherited it, but there must be something that triggers it, that contribute to the occurrence or the experience of that anxiety. One of the things that as young people that may trigger our anxiety is performance. Pressure to perform very well, either in class or for those who are working. You want to perform very well. We are living in a very competitive society, and we want to outdo others, outdo the other people. And therefore, because of trying to do your best, there's always when as what if I don't do very well? What will happen? What will my parents say? What will the community say about me if I fail the national exam? So that can trigger anxiety. That can trigger some fear in you. And then for the young people again, the way you're perceived. As you're growing up, particularly during our teen years, as young people, we are more conscious about what people will say about us, how people will perceive us. So sometimes you even fear doing something because people will look at me as like I'm stupid. I'll feel embarrassed. So you actually fear doing some things. What will people say if I dress in this way? You're overconscious of what people will say about you. You're overconscious of how your body looks like. You're overconscious of whatever we dress with. Because we are conscious of what people will say about us. So that can contribute to someone having anxiety. And they also are idea of you want to fit into a particular group. There's fear of rejection. If I don't do this, then I'll be rejected. So as young people, sometimes we have fears and anxiety because of we fear being rejected. And therefore we engage in some things like we actually live into pressure, peer pressure, because we want to fit into a specific group. For fear that if we don't engage in what they are engaging in, even if they are doing something which is wrong, because you fear being rejected, you fear losing friends, then you engage with them in whatever they are doing. There is fear of losing your health. And there are people who are overconscious of losing their health. So that if they feel, they sense anything in their bodies, they go direct into Google and they search what is this symptom I'm having. So in the long run, they also have internet addiction because of fear. Every time they sense something, they perceive something in their bodies, then they want to search and find more information about the same. As they find out more information, it's actually affirming and even increasing their fear. There is fear of punishment, being punished maybe by your parents, by the school, because of a specific thing. So fear can be created by things. You feel guilty that I may be found doing a specific thing. So that's one contributing factor for fears as young people. Another major area that may create a lot of fears is relationship. It's a time where you feel like you need to have some close, intimate relationship, and you feel isolated when you don't have any relationship. And therefore, sometimes we engage in relationships. But then, as we engage in those relationships, sometimes you're engaging in that relationship and you're putting pressure. Someone manipulates you. And you just want to be with that person. But you're like, is this person serious? Will he marry me? And because of that fear, what young people sometimes do is they want to have option one, option two, option three. In case this one fail, I have option two. And then in case option two fail, I have option three. But then these options are not, the first one is not aware of option two. And you're constantly fearful, you're constantly anxious. What if my girlfriend or my boyfriend get to know I have this other person? So because of hiding, you're not open to each other. It creates a lot of fear. It creates a lot of anxiety. So you're with this one, and you try to fake a smile and you're happy, but inside you're fearful. I'm not sure about this gentleman. I'm not sure about this guy. So because I'm not sure, let me have another person. A secret lover on the other side. And it creates a lot of fear. What if he gets to know? So there's always in your mind, what if And that's what it makes you very anxious. And so having multiple relationships sometimes will even lead to a person hurting another person because what they come to realize then and you've seen young people killing each other because of relationship gone sour. So there's a lot of fear around the relationship. People having relationship, multiple relationship at the same time, or relationship breakup. When the relationship breakup and you are a young person, sometimes it also creates a lot of anxiety. Is there something wrong with me? Am I not lovable? Am I not looking nice? So it creates a lot of anxiety around relationship. Or sometimes someone, because of fear that this girl will leave me, you want to manipulate her to have sex with you, so that I'm sure you really love me. And one will take a year to having sex to actually try to please this other one, saying, if you really love me, then you must have sex. Or you want to you just have a friend and you find yourself dating and there's always the hit and run. Just have a friend just for pleasure. You have sex today and the following day creates another fear. What if I'm pregnant? What if I contracted sexually transmitted diseases? And some, because of other mental challenges, they may use manipulation because they like seeing people feeling like they are so scared, they are anxious. They manipulate, they want to have sex with this, and then if you don't, then it's like, I'm going to leave you. And because they don't want to be left, they yield to that. And then you yield to the pressure to have sex, and then later on you're having the anxiety that I might get pregnant. And they want you are pregnant, and I tell you, and they refuse to take responsibility. Then again you start thinking, oh, I need to afford. And then the anxiety of what if I die? All those are anxieties that are fears that young people go through. And in the area of technology, again, it's another major area that causes a lot of anxiety for the young people. Technology, we use social media. And social media technology is good. Sometimes we use it, the way we use it can lead us into having mental challenges, into having fears and anxiety. For instance, you use when you go into the internet and you're reading something, sometimes the dopamine or pleasure chemical is released and you enjoy looking at some things, looking at some sites, and sometimes it reaches a point where you become addicted. And sometimes become addicted, they have what we call cybersex, where they want to go into internet sites that are having pornographic material, and then you watch those things. It affects you, and you find yourself having other challenges like masturbation. And you have a masturbation, and maybe you are Christian, and now they're inside. What if people know I'm engaging in this? You try to satisfy yourself because you don't want to engage in other issues. And you are always constantly, even as you watch, and you find such a person, if you enter into their room and they are watching pornography, they switch off immediately. They shut their phone, or they shut down their laptop. Because they don't want to be seen. They are always anxious. If people know I'm watching this, what will happen? They judge me negatively. And someone hook up with people they don't know even in the internet, and you find yourself also, uh, you're dating someone, you find yourself eventually invite each other. And you hear of young ladies being killed because of internet or cyber relationship. You actually hook up with someone you don't know. And this prevents people from engaging in face-to-face relationships. You find you may be in a room like this and each one of us is in their phone, looking at something or chatting with someone far away. So the internet and technology is actually preventing us from having a close personal relationship, which are very, very important because it actually provides the social support that we need when we are having challenges. And now we measure so much on distance. We measure so much on hooking up with people far away because of technology. And that can create a lot of fear, that can create a lot of anxiety. The internet can also be a source of you find information there. Some people use it for the wrong reason. For instance, we use it also cyber gaming. You go into the internet to play games. And as you play games, sometimes those games are costly. And some people will use school fees if you're given cash. They say, this will double. Let me try, do some gaming with it. I have some profit, use it for my. Then when it backfires, you don't get any money and you've lost the one that you deposited. What happened? It causes anxiety. It causes anxiety. And as you do those gaming, what happened again? You lose out on the time, lose a lot of time in it because it's addictive. You find yourself when you play and you are like, it's actually making you feel like you win the next time. So let me try again, let me try again. And you find yourself spending the whole night, not read, and maybe you are having an exam. So it actually interferes with your productivity. If you are an employee or if you are in school, it interferes with your productivity as far as your performance is concerned. Because you're more focused on playing in the internet and doing other things, getting information which may actually may not even be helpful at this point. Now, what does the Bible say about this fear? We have people who also want to do challenges like that. In Psalms chapter 34, Psalms that I'll encourage you to read the whole of it. We have David. This is a psalm that was wrote by David. In praise to God. And he talk about how he feared. And you can also, this is after an incident that we see in First Samuel, chapter 21, verse 10 to 15. David, a young person, having been anointed to be the king, replacing Saul. Saul was so furious and he was after his life. So he kept running for his life. He was so fearful. And in the process of running away from Saul, he went into the enemy territory. And while he was there, the soldiers on the other side saw this young man and they were like, this is the man they have been praising and saying, Saul has killed thousands. David has killed 10,000. So what is he doing here? And they reported to the king. And David realized, now my life is in danger. I'll be killed here. Fear and anxiety. What did he do? Already he had to look for something to do. He pretended to be mad in order to save his life. And when he he actually pretended to be mad, he was chased away, and the king was like, why are you bringing this madman? Send him away. And being a God-fearing person, I'm sure he was praying. So he, in the Psalm 34, that's when he praised God and said, when I was in trouble, when I feared, you saved my life. I called upon you and you saved my life. Another incident where we have, what am I trying to do? Other young people in the Bible, they want to do fear, they have anxiety, and they behave in a very crazy manner in response to their fear. We have other young men in Daniel chapter 1. In Daniel chapter 1, young men, young Israel, young men, they had been chosen to be part of, to be trained in Babylon to assist in the leadership. And they had to actually conform to the patterns of the people of Babylon. They had to be fed with the king's food that was offered to idols. And you see, you read chapter 1 of first Daniel. You see Daniel saying, I cannot define myself with this food. Though he was fearful, I may be rejected, I may be punished because of refusing to take this food. Because even the caretaker was like, what if you don't look good? Because you're saying you want to take only vegetable while you're being supplied with delicious meal from the king's table and you're refusing it. And if maybe you'll grow slim, you'll grow thin because of refusing the food that the king had ordered for you. But Daniel had to make a decision. Yes, there was fear, there was anxiety, anything could happen. But he chose not to yield to it. And we see that Daniel and other young men also in chapter 3, can read 16 to 19. One king, Nebuchadnezzar, he had made an image, and in the entire country, he said, everyone must, when the trumpet is sounded, everyone must bow down to my image. And remember, these young men are in a foreign nation. They're in a foreign country. And you're being told you must worship this idol. And remember, these are children of God. They don't worship Yahweh. They don't worship Jehovah. Just like you people, you are God-fearing people. I'm sure you actually declared that you are Christian when you came, or when even you were interviewed. And sometimes there is pressure to conform. You must do this. Pressure from your friends, your colleagues. So when there was this pressure, you must worship this idol, the image that the king has made. What did this young man do? He told the king, Nebuchadnezzar, we are not going to serve these idols that we made. Whether God will save us, God will deliver us, and if He doesn't know it from us, we are not going to worship. And you can also read in chapter 6, Daniel being thrown into the depths of life because of praying to another God during the time of King Daniel. So other young people went through challenges, scary situation, fearful situation, which actually triggered anxiety. And how did they respond?